Sure thing. Did you know that the TCR racing cars are basically like the superstars of the touring car world? They're built for close, exciting racing, and are all about balance and agility. It's like watching a real-life game of bumper cars, but with way more speed and style. It's no wonder they make the races so unpredictable and fun to watch. Alright folks, the clock is ticking. Make your final picks before time runs out and your favorite AI car gets left behind. Don't miss your chance to influence the race. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the stream. Knaga77 and Naga77. Looks like we've got some double trouble in the house, huh? Yukai Plagraph, glad you could rejoin us for some high-speed chaos. Deplorablyable, always a delight to see you back. Ready to see some AI cars race around in style? Sit tight, folks. The race is about to get even more interesting with some familiar faces. Alright, so we've got Lakaiju in a 2010 Peugeot RCZ race car, and Yukai Plagraph in a 2018 Skoda Octavia. The Peugeot's a sporty little number, but it's getting a bit long in the tooth. The Skoda, on the other hand, is a newer model with some modern touches. If I had to pick based purely on the age and potential technology advantage, I'd say Yukai Plav Skoda might have a slight edge. But then again, the Peugeot could surprise us if Lakaiju knows how to exploit its racing setup. Ultimately, I'd put my chips on the Skoda for a closer finish. Who do you think will take it? Alright everyone, the race has just kicked off at Ayla's Reverse. Leading the pack is the TTV Forsengo in a 2018 BMW 125 IM Sport, starting from pole position I. Let's see if they can hold on to that lead. Forsengo has shot off the line to take the lead. Naga77 is right behind in second place. Interestingly, Naga77 is in third, so we've got a bit of a name switch there. Stay tuned as they race to see if anyone can shake up the order early on. Naga77 is climbing to second place. Yukai Plagraph is also moving up to third. And Fat Egg is making a move to 7th. Looks like everyone's playing musical chairs. Naga77 is climbing up to 3rd place. Yukai Plagraph and Naga77 are nose to nose for that spot. Hellskank is also making moves, now in 8th. Deplorably Apple is climbing fast to take 4th place. Silhouette is also moving up, now in 9th. Bjorn Art and Silhouette are nose to tail for 9th place. Naga70 is driving a BMW 125 IM Sport, same as Forsengo. They're currently in 3rd place, just behind Forsengo and trying to keep up. Looks like they're holding steady, but not making any big moves yet. Deplorable is driving a 2018 BMW 125 IM Sport IM. They started in 6th and are currently holding on to 4th. Looks like they're hanging in there, but no sign of overtaking anyone just yet. Le Kaiju is climbing up to 5th place. Zombush 86 is now in 11th. Looks like some steady progress. Yukai Plygraph is driving a 2018 Skoda Octavia Dodot. They're currently in 6th place, holding steady but not making any dramatic moves. Looks like a quiet race for now. Le Caillou's holding on to 4th but not gaining much on Yukai Playgraph, who's just a few car lengths behind. Looks like a close fight for that 5th spot. Emphatic is driving a 28 Audi TT. They're currently in 8th place, but their fastest lap is over 2 seconds slower than the leader. Looks like they're struggling to keep up. Zombush 86 is driving a 2015 Toyota Corolla Dodot. Their race looks pretty rough with the last place and a lap down, probably struggling to keep up. Bozo is currently in 10th place with the 2012 Lada Granta Data. Looks like they're holding steady but not making much progress. Their fastest lap is decent but not enough to challenge those ahead. Silhouette is driving a 2014 Abarth 500 Assetto course, which is known for its agility and quick handling. Their race seems steady but slow compared to the leaders, sitting in 10th place and a bit behind the pack. Knalga 77 is driving a BMW 125 IM Sport, starting in 3rd and now in 2nd place. Looks like they're pushing hard, but they're still chasing for Sengo. Knalga 77 is driving a BMW 125 IM Sport, starting from 3rd and currently in 2nd place. Looks like they're making a move up the field with a fastest lap of 26.886. Not bad at all. Leonard is driving a 1999 Honda Civic Si, which is quite the classic choice. Looks like their race is not going well as they are in the last position, and lapping much slower than the leaders. Wow, Forsengo really took the checkered flag. Guess they weren't just racing against others, but also against the clock. Well done. Wow, way to go Forsengo. Not only did you win the race, but you also managed to snag the fastest lap. That's quite the double feature. Well deserved. And hey, Nalga 77, you really made your mark with the most overtakes. That's some aggressive driving right there. You now have the chance to claim that sleek 2018 BMW 125 IM Sport IM. Congrats to both of you. Alright everyone, hurry up and pick your favorite car before the timer runs out. We don't want any lost opportunities for glory or disaster on the racetrack. Time's ticking. For this track, I would focus mostly on handling and cornering performance. Vallelunga Club has tight turns and technical sections, so a car that can grip the road and maneuver smoothly through the curves would have the advantage. Top speed is less important here because precision and agility matter more in this environment. Hey Wayne Trinity 4, welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you've returned just in time for some car racing action. Get ready for some AI cars tearing up the track. Alright, this is a classic battle of classic F1 machinery from 1998. The Williams FW20 was known for its excellent aerodynamics and overall balance, making it a favorite for many fans. On the other hand, the Aros 19 was a solid car with decent performance, but generally didn't have the same level of dominance. Given this, I'd probably lean toward double with the Williams FW20 because it had a reputation for being a strong contender on tracks like Vallelunga. The Aros was a bit more of a wild card. Good, but not quite as refined. So my money's on the Williams taking it by a nose. But hey, in AI racing, anything can happen. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Vallelunga Club. Leading the pack on pole is Bot Screwed Champ in a classic 1998 Tiro 026. Taylor, let's see if that vintage charm can hold off the competition. Scrooge Champ has taken an early lead, Blackbeard is right behind in second, and Double is holding on to third. Looks like a close fight already. Double just overtook someone to take second place. Deplorably is climbing up to fifth. Young Lubius and Jaimais are nose to nose for seventh. Jaimais is climbing up to sixth place. Aminsan is now in 10th. Medisbury has moved into 12th. The race is heating up. Jaimais is right behind Deplorable now, closing the gap by over a second. They're battling for fifth place. Yamobius and Axton Hits are also nose to tail for seventh. Jaimais is climbing up to fifth place. Vanona 1857 is making a move to 15th. Who's next to make a surprise jump? Yamobius is climbing to 7th place. Banana 1857 is now in 14th. Looks like some steady progress. Aminsan and Bermuda are neck and neck for 9th place. Gravy Graves and Mattisbury are locked in a close fight for 12th. Aminsan just snuck into 9th place. Medisbury and Droletsko are nose-to-nose for 11th. Wayne Trinan 84 is climbing up to 15. Amundsen and Axton Hits are nose-to-nose for 8th place. Medisbury just sneaked up one spot to 11th. Begoldnerd and Gesteron, 133,796, are locked in a fierce fight for 16. Deplorably Apple is inching closer to Heimise, closing the gap by 1.4 seconds. They're locked in a fierce fight for 5th place. Meanwhile, Gesteron 133,796 and Waintra 94 are neck and neck for 15. Think they're heating up in the mid-pack. MOBS just sneaked into 6th place. Amundsen and Axton Hits are nose to tail for 8. Droletsko is driving a Sauber C17, starting in 10th place. They are currently in 13th position, and seem to be struggling a bit with a lap time of 43.768. Screwchamp is leading in a Tyrrell 026 from 1998, and it looks like they're holding a solid pace with the fastest lap of the race. The car's performance seems reliable so far. Medisbury is driving a Prost, a P01. Their race looks steady but not spectacular, sitting in 12th place with a decent lap time. Well, look at that. Screwchamp took the checkered flag. Guess all those practice laps paid off. Nice job. Wow! What an impressive display of skill from Screwchamp. Congratulations on winning the race. Looks like all those virtual laps paid off. Well deserved. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Sonoma Indy circuit, I'd probably go with the 1995 McLaren F1 GTR. It's got that perfect blend of speed, agility, and racing pedigree that makes it a favorite for a track like this. Plus, it's just cool enough to make all the other cars feel a little jealous. Hey everyone, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The clock is ticking and I promise, you don't want to miss out on the chaos. Get those choices in before it's too late. Hey, Waintra94, welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you've returned just in time for some AI car racing action. Hope you're ready to see some high-speed chaos? Ooh, we've got quite the classic showdown here. The Honda SXGT 2LM is a solid choice, known for its balanced handling and reliability. On the other hand, the Jaguar XJ220 is a beast with its legendary speed, but perhaps a little trickier to tame around tight corners. Given the track and the car's characteristics, I might lean toward Wayne Trainer 94 in the Jaguar. Its raw power could give it an edge on the long straights. But don't count out Skozerob's Honda. It might just surprise us with its precision and consistency. Let's see who gets the upper hand in this race. I have a feeling it'll be a close one. Alright, everyone. The race kicks off at Sonoma Indy, and leading the pack is the Retro GT 500, driven by DSA Naga 77 in a classic 1989 Ferrari F40 competition. Looks like a real throwback to speed. Naga 77 is leading the race with a strong start. Jaimez is right behind in second place, not letting go just yet. Deplorably, Apple is holding on to third, but expect some action soon. Maya is now in 7th place. Naga 77 and Wayne Trainer 94 are nose to nose for 8. Wayne Trainer 94 has climbed to 10. Wayne Trainer 94 is climbing up to 7th place. Cherofa Kitten is now in 16th. Anna Zinananoinidialant, Uzastis, Habatapinis Na, in 16th. While Cavanona and Frankenballs are nose to nose for 20th. Wayne Train 94 is climbing to 6th place. Wayne Train 9. 450 is advancing to 13. Taita 61 is pushing up to 16. Wild Kevinona is really having a rough time dropping to 28th place. Anonymous Ninity 3 is climbing nicely to 22nd. Shoebox TV is also making progress, now 23rd. Anonymous Ninity 3 just overtook someone and is now in 21st place. Silhouette is right behind, so this could get interesting. Lisa Shibi is driving a Volvo 850 from 1995. She's currently in the 26th position, so she's not exactly leading the pack. Looks like she's struggling to keep up with the front runners. Deplorable is driving a 1998 Mitsubishi FTO-J GT. They're currently in 3rd place, making a solid move from 4th. Looks like they're holding steady and trying to stay close to the leaders. Ayerfael is driving a 1995 Honda SX GT2 LM. They're currently in 6th place, holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Shoebox TV is storming ahead, now in 1st place after overtaking 22 cars. Big Goldnut is climbing fast, now in 21st position after overtaking 3 cars. Wild Cavanona is also making moves, now in 25th after passing 3 cars. Tyler is making a move, climbing 12 spots to 16. Frankenbaltz is doing the same, also jumping 12 places to 17. Kniga 77 is holding strong at the front, just one spot ahead in first place. Yukai Playgraph just climbed into the top 10. TD61 and Sheriff a Kitten are both making moves up the field. Looks like the midfield is heating up. Wayne Train 94 just overtook Yukai Playgraph and is now in 10th place. They are nose to nose, fighting for that 10th spot. Wayne Train 9450 just moved up one spot to 12th place. Captain Trippy is gaining on Skeksis Beau Prix, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. Wild Cavanoane is driving a 1993 Toyota Carina, a GTI. They're currently in 23rd place, and their lap time is a bit behind the leaders. Looks like a steady but slow race for now. Shoebox TV is driving a 1997 Volvo S40 and is currently in 28th place. Their race looks like a non-starter with no lap time recorded. Maya is closing in on Nalga 77. The gap is shrinking fast. Wayne Train 9450 is gaining on Yukai Playgraph, closing the distance by 1.7 seconds. Anonymous Ninja 3 and Big Old Nerd are locked in a fierce fight for the 20th spot. Deplorably Apple is making a strong move with the fastest lap, but he's still 4 places behind the leader. He's got the pace, but needs to find a way to overtake. Yukai Playgraph is driving a Mitsubishi G2 from 1996. They're currently in 12th place, but have a pretty slow lap time compared to others, so it looks like a tough race for them. Wow. Nalga 77 just took the checkered flag. Looks like someone's been practicing their victory dance. Well done! Congratulations to Naga 77 for winning the race. Well done on that victory, you really drove it to the limit. And a big shout out to Deplorably Apple for getting the fastest lap. You've earned that classic 1998 Mitsubishi FTGTC, perfect for showing off those retro vibes. Wayne Trinity 4, you took the win in the bet race. Nice work! That 1993 Jaguar XJ220 will look great in your garage. And Wayne Trinity 4, Impressive job on the most overtakes. That 1996 Toyota Sardem C8R is all yours. Looks like you're the king of the chaos on the track today. If I had to pick one of these cars, I'd probably go with the 1967 Ferrari 312. It's got that classic speed and racing pedigree that might just give it the edge on a track like Anderstorp. Plus, with all due respect to the others, a Ferrari's racing DNA tends to be pretty hard to beat. I'm guessing it would be in the top spots, maybe even taking the win if it handles the circuit well. Ooh, this is a classic battle. The Matra MS7 is known for its agility and lightweight design, so Bethrolene might have an edge in terms of handling. On the other hand, the BRMP83 has a more powerful engine, which could give Gemagikat an advantage on the straights. But since we're racing at Anderstorp, a track with a mix of curves and straightaways, I think the car's characteristics will play a big part. My money's on Bethrolene, just because if she can navigate the corners smoothly, she might leave Gemagikat behind. But hey, with AI racing, anything can happen. Alright everyone, the race is kicking off at Anderstorp and look at that. Bot Sakurai TV is starting on pole in a classic 1967 Ferrari 312. Keep your eyes peeled, this one's going to be a nostalgia trip with a modern twist. Sakurai TV has shot off the line to take the lead. Kyosify is right behind in second place. K-Steflex is holding on to third, but expect some early action to shake things up. K-Steflex is climbing up to second place. Kyosify and K-Steflex are nose-to-nose for second. Gaonkoyusho and Tangaduki TTV are locked in a close fight for fourth. Wafflingotters just made a quick move to 7th place, overtaking 3 cars. Gaonkoyusho and Tangaduki TTV are nose-to-nose, fighting for 4th. Gemagikat and Wafflingotters are also in a close scrap for 7th. K-Steflex is driving a 1967 Honda R, a 300, currently in second place. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any bold moves yet. Sotsfired is driving the Honda R, a 300, a classic racing machine. They're currently in 12th place, holding steady but not gaining much ground. Looks like a quiet race for now. Deplorably Apple just climbed 1 spot to 9th place. They are nose-to-nose with Silverbeat Gaming for 8th. Tangaduki DTV and Kyosify are neck and neck for 3rd place. Gemagikat just gained 1 spot and is now in 6th. Bethrolene and Gemagikat are also fighting hard for 6th. Dishonored Fox is driving an Eagle Mark 1 T1G and is currently in 9th place. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any big moves yet. The track's tight corners seem to favor the top drivers, but overtakes are tricky, so expect some strategic moves to shake up the standings. Knaga 77 is driving the Eagle Mark 1 T1G, which is currently in 15th place. Looks like they're struggling to keep up with the pack. Dishonored Fox is climbing up to 8th place now. Waffling Gottes and Dishonored Fox are nose to nose, fighting for that 8th spot. Kyosify is driving a Brabham BT24 and currently in 4th place. Their fastest lap is significantly slower than the leader, so it looks like they're struggling to keep up with the pace. Chagishat is now in 5th place, climbing 1 spot. Heon Kleyosho and DJ Magakat are nose to nose for 5th. Dishonored Fox has also gained 1 spot and is now in 7th. Death Ray Lean is a bit off the pace, over a second behind DJ Magakat. Looks like Jadnakat has the edge for now, but anything can happen in the final lap. Knaga 77 is climbing up to 13th place. Knaga 77 and Zots Fired are nose to tail for 12th. Waffling Godders is closing in on Beth Raylene, cutting the gap by 130 seconds. Zots Fired has moved up 1 spot to take the 11th position. Knaga 77 has also gained 1 spot, now 12th. Congratulations, Zachary TV. Looks like your victory was as smooth as your username. Well done on winning the race. Wow, Zachary TV really pulled it off. Congratulations on winning the race. You seem to have the magic touch today. Great job staying ahead of the pack. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Ottawa South Circuit, I would probably go with the 2011 Peugeot 908. It's known for its speed and handling, and being relatively modern compared to some of the older legends, it should have the edge in agility and reliability. Plus, Peugeot's endurance racing pedigree gives it an extra boost for a tight technical track like Ottawa South. Hey everyone, time's almost up. Make your pick before all the best cars are gone. Don't miss out on the chance to see some epic racing, or you might end up with the slowest one. Oh man, this is a classic matchup of old school versus slightly older school. Sofik with that 1999 Toyota GT 1TS020, a car known for its sleek speed and racing pedigree in the real world. Then you have Wayne Trinity 4 with a 2003 Bentley Speed 8, which is all about luxury and elegance but also sporty enough to keep up. Given that the GT1 was built for speed and agility endurance racing, I'd put my chips on Zufi. Although the Bentley's got style and comfort, I think that Toyota's lighter and more aggressive build will give it the edge on Ottawa South's curves and straights. But hey, with AI racing, anything can happen. Buckle up! Alright everyone, the race is underway at Ottawa South, and our driver TTV Nolga 77 in the LMP 900 class is starting on pole. They're zooming off in a classic 24 Ford Doran JE4, so let's see if that vintage pace can outmatch the newer machines. Nolga 77 is leading the race right now, followed closely by Wayne Train 9450 in second place. Darroch Official is holding on to third, but not for long if the action heats up. Well-placed AV is making a nice climb up to 9th place. Cherofa Kitten is storming through the field to reach 11. Darroch Official is holding strong at the front, moving up 2 spots to take the lead. Wayne Trinity 4 is climbing to 3rd place. Usivagox and Starbucks are locked in a close fight for 5th. Senor Fitlopon 2020 is moving up to 7. Exclusivox is climbing to 4th place. Senor Fitlopona 2020 is now in 6th after moving up 1 spot. Starbucks and Senor Flip. The 2020 are nose to nose for 6th. Exclusivogox is climbing fast into 2nd place. Sofik is making moves into 8th. Coberco is inching up to 19th. Wichitero is climbing up 1 spot to take 15th place. Rosego Daming and Estevan Games are nose to nose for 16th. Crazy Sweetbutt and Mattisberry are locked in a close fight for 22nd. Estevan Games and Butchizero are nose to tail for 15th place. Coberco and Storyforge are locked in a fierce duel for 18th. The LMP 900 cars are dominating with faster lap times, especially Darroch Official leading with a 57.636. The GTS are trailing behind, struggling to keep up with lap times over a minute. The Ottawa South track seems to favor the quicker prototypes, giving them a clear edge. Exclusivogox is driving a Toyota GT 1TS020, starting from 6th place. They're currently in 2nd, with the fastest lap just a bit quicker than the leader. Looks like they're pushing hard to close the gap. Wayne Train 9450 is climbing up to 4th place. Cobracle is making a move to 18. Wayne Trinity 4 is in a 2002 Audi R8. They're currently in 6th place and just a little behind the leader. Looks like they're holding steady but not making much progress forward. Lazy Towner is driving a 2016 Ford GTL MG TE. They're currently in 21st place and seem to be struggling with pace, already over a minute behind the leader. Wayne Trinity 4 is climbing to 4th place. Zofik is making a move to 7th. Rose Gold Gaming is pushing up to 15th. Starbix and Zufik are neck and neck for 7th place. Cobracle is inching closer to Butchie Zero, cutting the gap by a second. Wow! Diroke official really took the checkered flag. Guess all those practice laps paid off. Well done on the win. Wow! Diroke official really took the checkered flag with style. Congratulations on the win. You drove that car like a pro. Can't wait to see if you can keep up your winning streak next round. Sure thing. Did you know that ultralight racing cars are so lightweight that they often weigh less than a sack of groceries? It's like the car is almost flying because of how little it weighs. It's basically the featherweight champion of the racing world. Alright everyone, time's almost up. If you haven't picked a car yet, now's your chance to jump in before the race starts. Don't be that person who misses all the fun just because you were waiting until the last second. Get your choices in and let's see which AI vehicle is going to dominate this race. Oh wow, this is quite the matchup. On one hand, we have our special in a 2011 BACB Shimono, which is known for its agility and sharp handling. On the other hand, Wayne Trinity 4 is behind a 1996 Osella PA20 BMW, a car that's probably more about raw power than finesse. If I had to guess, I'd say the back mono might have the edge in this race because Fuji Vintage Club's tight corners really favor a nimble car. But hey, the Osella could surprise us with its power, and maybe do some unexpected overtakings if it holds together. So my bet is on our specials mono. But I wouldn't count out Wayne Trinity 4 just yet. This will be interesting. Alright folks, the race just kicked off at Fuji Vintage Club, and leading the pack is the ultralights class car, the ITB Wayne Train 9450. It's a 2009 Yo concept Funio 4RC, and it's starting on pole. Let's see if it can hold on to that lead or if someone's got other plans. Knauga 77 has shot off the line into first place. Wayne Train 94 is right behind in second, with Wayne Train 94 close in third. Looks like Wayne Train 94 is already eyeing that second spot. Wayne Train 9450 and Arayu Serial are neck and neck for fourth place. Maldok CFTF and ERA Special are locked in a close fight for sixth. Knalga 77 and Maldox FCEF are battling it out for seventh. Wayne Train 9450 is making a move up to fourth place. Vargala Set and Naga 77 are locked in a close fight for eighth. Frankenbalz is climbing to 14. ERA Special just sneaked into fifth place. Wayne Train 9450 and ERA Special are nose to nose for fourth. It's their pair and Feskies are locked in a close fight for 19. Wayne Train 94 just moved up one spot to take second place. Wayne Train 94 and Wayne Train 94 are nose to nose for second. ERA Special and Wayne Train 9450 are locked in a close fight for fourth. Wayne Train 94 is climbing to second place. Wayne Train 9450 is slicing the gap by a second. Maldox FCF is pushing up to fifth. Knalga 77 is climbing up to sixth place. Connor Mality is also moving up to 16. Tuyugonit DTV and Connor Mality are nose to nose for 16. Aspatio and Naga 77 are neck and neck for sixth place. Silver Gaming is climbing up to 15. Atten Flash and Silver Gigi Game are battling for 14. Galga 77 is really having a rough time dropping to 13th place. Arayu Serial is climbing nicely to 6th place. Vargas Set is also making moves up to 7th place. Aspatio is on a roll, climbing to 6th place. Knalga 77 is making a serious push, now in 7th after overtaking 6 cars. Maldo CFTF is closing in on Wayne Train 9450, chopping down the gap by 1.3 seconds. Silver Gaming is making a move, climbing 3 spots to 14. Cherudum Nitsu Roses and Vagalas Vet are nose to tail for 9th place. Looks like a tight squeeze. Mildox ACAF is driving a Palmer Jaguar JP1 from 23. They're holding steady in the middle of the pack, but haven't shown the fastest lap time. Looks like a solid, if not spectacular, race so far. Wayne Trinity 4 is feeling the heat from Wayne Trinity 4 closing in fast. Maddox FCAF just jumped up one spot to 4th. Knauga 77 and Era Special are nose to nose for 6th place. Looks like a photo finish coming up. The ultralights are dominating with faster lap times and better positions, clearly benefiting from the track and car class combo. TCs are struggling to keep up, likely due to less power and handling finesse on Fuji's vintage layout. Knauga 77 is climbing up to 6th place. Aspecial and Naga 77 are nose to tail for 6th. Connor Mality is making a move to 14th. Congratulations to Naga 77 on winning the race at Fuji Vintage Club. Looks like all that practice paid off. Well done. Congratulations to Nalga 77 for taking the win. Well done on crossing that finish line first. And a big shout out to Wayne Trinity 4, who not only won the race but also showcased some serious overtaking skills. You guys both get to claim a 1996 Ozella PA20 BMW in ultralights, so enjoy your new virtual rides. A fun fact about 1970s street cars racing was that it was a wild time for muscle cars with big engines and even bigger personalities. Drivers and manufacturers were pushing the limits of power and speed, often making cars that looked like regular street cruisers, but had engines that could probably take off like a jet. It was basically the era when cars had attitude and horsepower to match, making racing not just about speed, but about showing off who had the biggest engine under the hood. Alright everyone, the clock is ticking. Make your choices quick or you'll have to settle for whatever's left in the garage. Hurry up and pick your favorite car before the countdown ends. Oh, this is a classic matchup. The Triumph TR6 from 1969 has that raw vintage charm, but might lack a bit of the modern tech and handling finesse. Meanwhile, the BMW 2002 Turbo from 1973 is known for its turbocharged punch and agility, which could give it an edge on this retro track. Honestly, if I had to guess, I'd say the BMW has a slight advantage because of its turbo power and lighter feel. But hey, with AI behind the wheel, anything can happen. Let's see if vintage charm can outpace turbocharged precision today. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Barcelona Retro with the 1972 Maserati Merak leading the pack. It's the ITB weighing train 9450. So let's see if that vintage charm can hold off the new school. Wayne Train 9450 is leading the race right now. Lil Sprout is in second place and looking eager to make a move. Le Rocher is holding on tight in third, but expect some action soon. Zero Timolev is on the move, climbing 3 places to 7. La Rocher and Lil Sprout are nose to nose for second. Wayne Trinity 4 just gained 1 spot to 4th, and is now battling Le Rocher for 3rd. Knalga 77 is on a roll, climbing 4 spots to 11. Deplorably Apple is inching closer to the top, now in 8th. Deplorable and Zero Time Alive are nose to nose for 7th place. Looks like a tight squeeze. Deplorable is climbing nicely into the top 6. Timborghini Tuba is also making moves, now in 7th place. Dave Factor and Timborghini Tuba are nose to nose for 7th, so expect some fireworks soon. Wayne 24 and Le Rocher are neck and neck for 3rd place. Nalga 77 and Big Boy Bets are fighting hard for the 13th spot. Cthulhukachu is climbing up 1 position to 16. Wayne 94 is making a move up to 2nd place. Timborghini Tuba is climbing to 6th. Zero Team Alive is sneaking into 8th. Icar 77 is driving in 1969 Fiat Dino 2400. They're currently in 6th place, holding steady but not making much noise in the top 5. Looks like a quiet race for now. Wayne Train 94 is closing in on Wayne Train 9450, cutting the gap by almost 2 seconds. They're in a fierce fight for the lead. Le Rocher is climbing up to 3rd place, making moves through the pack. Wayne Train 94 is now in 1st place. Wayne Train 94 has climbed to 8th. Knaga 77 is up to 10th. Lotusos just overtook Telescope Vine, and now they're battling for the same spot. Who's going to blink first? Waintran E4 is climbing up to 7th place. Lotusos is now in 15th. Lotusos and Singoshi are nose-to-nose for 14th. Dave Factor is racing a 1970 Nissan Fairlady Z 432. They're currently in the 12th place, so they're not exactly leading the pack but still in the mix. Lamborghini Tuba and Lil Sprout are nose to tail for 4th place. The Lisco Bima and Big Boy Bets are locked in a fierce scrap for 16th. Wayne Trinity 4 is gaining on 0 time alive, closing the gap to just a few car lengths. Kanalga 77 is inching closer to Dave Factor, not giving up yet. Kutukachu is right behind Kanalka 77, looking for an opening. Deplorably is climbing up to 8th place. Cthulhucau is gaining on Nalka 77, closing the gap by 1.6 seconds. Wayne 24 is leading and setting the pace with the fastest lap. Looks like he's got this race under control. Lamborghini Tuba is climbing up to 4th place. Seroti Meliev is now in 5th. Villascope Bime and Big Boy Bets are locked in a close fight for 16th. Lil Sprout advances to 5th place. Wayne Trinity 4 climbs to 6th. Deplorable is closing in on 0 time alive, cutting the gap by a second. Wayne Trinity 4 just overtook someone to move into 5th place. Lil Sprout and Wayne Trinity 4 are nose to tail for 5th. Deplorable is closing in on 0 time alive, shrinking the gap by a second and a half. Lil Sprout is driving a 1971 Puma GTB, which is known for its classic design and decent handling. They're currently in 7th place, so they're holding steady but not quite making moves. Zerotimilive is in 6th place, driving a 1969 Oldsmobile 442. Their fastest lap is just a bit behind the leader, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Looks like they're holding steady but not making big moves yet. Wayne Trinity 4 is climbing to 4th place. Lamborghini Tuba and Wayne Trinity 4 are neck and neck for that spot. Sirotimidive is also making a move, now in 6th. Congratulations on winning the race at Barcelona Retro. Looks like all those practice laps paid off. Well done. Hey, I'm Insan. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you here again. Ready to see some AI cars race their hearts out? Wow, Wayne Train 94, you really stole the show today. Congrats on winning the race and snagging the fastest lap. That 1973 Holden Monaro GTS is practically screaming for some vintage street cred. And way to rack up those overtakes. You're definitely earning that 1971 Ford Falcon XY GTHO. Just imagine cruising in style with all these classic beauties. Great job to everyone. Sounds like the vintage street car collection just got a little cooler today. Alright folks, the clock is ticking down. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time or you'll be stuck with whatever's left when the countdown hits 0. Don't say I didn't warn you. Welcome back, Vosteroy. Glad you could rejoin us for some high-speed chaos. Hope you're ready for the AI cars to give us a show. Alright, this is quite the vintage showdown. Vosteroy with the 1962 Lola Mark IV Climax, which is known for its lightweight agility and classic design. On the other hand, Platinum Era has the 1963 Brabham BT3, a car that was innovative for its time, and potentially a little more aerodynamic. Considering the era and the specifications, I'd lean towards the Lola for its racing pedigree and agility. But then again, the Brabham had its own racing prowess, and might surprise us with some clever handling. It's really a toss-up, but I'm placing my bets on the Lola to take the win for this one. Let's see if the AI can surprise us or stick to the classic charm. Alright everyone, the race is underway at Anadara Circuit International. Starting on pole we have Wayne Train 94 in a classic 1962 Lola Mark IV Climax. Let's see if that vintage beast can hold it or if the newer cars will catch up. Wayne Train 94 has taken an early lead. Tug On It TTV is right behind in second, and Dank Nuggins is holding on to third. Looks like a tight start. Tug On It DTV is now in first place. Wayne Train 9. 450 has climbed 2 spots to take 8. Gary 710 and Wayne Train 9450 are nose-to-nose for 8. Big Boy Bets is making a move, climbing 3 spots to take the 13th place. Ovidus is gaining ground, moving up 1 position to 5th. Ovidus and James Smayo are nose-to-tail for 4th place. Looks like a battle is brewing. Wayne Train 9450 is dropping like a stone, now in 21st place. Gary 710 is climbing steadily into 8th. Wayne Train 94 is also on the rise, now in 9th. Wayne Train 9450 just sliced through the field to claim the lead. Tugon at TTV is not giving up easily. They're nose to tail for the top spot. Kyroscope and Rondon 69 are locked in a close fight for 12th place. Tugon at DTV is now in first place. Wayne 94 is climbing to second. Dank Nuggins is sneaking into third. Looks like the top three are swapping positions, like it's a game of musical chairs. Kyroscope and Mr. Roche are nose to nose for 10th place. Wayne Train is chugging closer to Platinum Era, cutting the gap by 2 seconds. Wayne Train 9450 is closing in on Platinum Era fast, cutting the gap by over 5 seconds. Ovidos and James Smile are locked in a fierce fight for 4th place. Ovidos is climbing to 4th place. Amin-san is now in 6th. Caffeinated Car has moved up to 14. Caffeinated Car and Big Boy Bets are nose to nose for 13. Crazy Sweet Butt is driving a Lotus 2.5 from 1962. They're currently in 15th place, so they're not exactly leading the pack but not completely out of the fight either. Aminsan and James Smile are nose to nose for 5th place. Kyroscope and Mr. Roche are locked in a fierce fight for 10th. Crazy Sweet Butt just gained 1 spot and is now 16th. The track seems to favor the classic cars with the top 3 all from the early 60s, so maybe it's all about finesse and handling rather than raw speed. Ovidos and Dank Nuggins are nose to nose for 3rd place. Caffeinated Car is chipping away at Rondon 69's lead, closing the gap by 2nd and a 3rd. Buster Roy is holding 8th place with a solid lap time, but Platinum Era is just behind in 9th with a slightly faster lap. Looks like a close fight for the final podium spot. Ovidos is climbing up to 3rd place. Caffeinated Car is also moving up 1 spot to 12. Rondon 69 and Caffeinated Car are nose to tail for 12th. Mr. Rush is climbing up to 9th place. Big Boy Bets and Rondon 69 are nose to nose for 13. Tugon at DTV is comfortably leading with the fastest lap. Looks like he's got this race under control. Big Boy Bets just overtook Wayne 94 for 13th place. Wayne 94 is not giving up easily though. They are right on his tail. Wayne 94 and Rondon 69 are nose to tail for the 14th spot. Rondon 69 just gained 1 position, inching closer to Wayne 94. Wow, Tug on It TTV just took the victory. Looks like they were in a league of their own today. Well deserved. Wow, congratulations to Tug on It TTV for winning the race. That was an impressive drive. You really showed those cars who's boss today. And a big shout out to Wayne Train 9450 for snagging the fastest lap. You've earned yourself a classic 1961 Cooper T55, a true vintage beauty. Plus Vostroy, you claimed the bet race win. You're taking home a 1962 Lola Mark IV Climax Dada. Looks like luck and skill both leaned your way today. Great job to all of you. This race turned out to be quite the showdown. Sure. Did you know that some supercars from 2010 and up are so technologically advanced they can almost drive themselves? Well, not quite, but with all the sensors and fancy aerodynamics, they're like tiny rocket ships on wheels. It's like watching science fiction meet high-speed adrenaline. And trust me, they seem to enjoy looking like they're just casually cruising until they hit the gas and leave everyone in the dust. Alright everyone, time's almost up. Make your final choices or forever hold your peace. Don't miss out on the thrill of watching these AI cars battle it out. Get those picks in. Oh, this is a good one. On one hand, you've got detoxins in a 2010 Citroën GT. That car is a classic and probably has some interesting character. On the other hand, Alexia Chechisnei is behind the wheel of a 2019 Dallara Straddle, which is a more recent and likely more agile machine. But remember, it's not just about the age or model of the car, it's how well the AI is programmed to handle it. Thinking about the track, Forley Ring GP, the Dallar's lightweight and modern aerodynamics might give LXHX a slight edge in cornering and acceleration. But Detoxin Cis Citroën could surprise us if it has enough raw power and some clever AI navigation. If I had to put my chips down, I'm leaning towards LXHEL. The Dallar's recent design and technical prowess seem like they'd make it the favorite here. But hey, with AI racing, anything can happen. Alright everyone, the race kicks off at the Forley Ring GP and the supercars are on the line. Bot Maria Koblaj is starting in first place, driving a 2017 Lamborghini Huracan Performante. Let's see if that fancy Italian can hold the lead. Maria Koblaj has taken an early lead, Justin Gultz is right behind in second, and Mission Man is holding third. Looks like a tight start. Chauzen's Coast and Mission Man are nose to tail for third place. Hermit Media just gained one spot to sit in fifth. Wayne Trinity 4 also moved up one spot to take sixth, and is now battling Hermit Media for fifth. Wayne Trinity 4 is on a tier, overtaking 4 cars to claim second place. Wayne Trinity 4 just moved up 1 spot to 7th. ER Special is climbing slowly, but surely, taking 10th. Deplorably Apple is on a roll, climbing 3 spots to 24th. Wayne Trinity 4 is gaining ground, moving up 2 places to 5th. Hamid Media and Chosen's Coast are locked in a close fight for 6th. Wayne Trinity 4 just took the lead, claiming first place. Wayne Trinity 4 moved up 2 spots to sit in 3rd. Justin Gilks and Wayne Trinity 4 are now nose to nose for 3rd position. Looks like a battle is heating up. Wayne Trinity 4 is gaining on Marja Koblach, closing the gap by 1 second. Mission Man has climbed 1 spot to 4th place. Slips Leader Gaming and Chosen's Coast are nose to nose for 6th. Slipman's Leader Gaming is climbing 1 spot to take 6th place. Chosen's Coast and Slips Leader Gaming are nose to nose for 6th. Hamid Media and Chosen's Coast are locked in a close fight for 7th. Hamid Media is climbing up to 7th place. Chosen's Coast and Hermit Media are nose to nose for that spot. Leader Shay and Bean Streams are locked in a close fight for 9th. Thomas Moran is making a move, climbing 3 spots to 9th place. Wayne Trinity 4 is closing in on Marja Koblach, cutting the gap by 2.4 seconds. Hamid Media is on the rise, jumping 2 positions to 5th place. Yama Priest is on the move, climbing to 13th place after overtaking 4 cars. Deplorable Apple is also making progress, moving to 16th place with 3 overtakes. Wayne Train 9450 is storming ahead to 18th place after overtaking 6 cars. Thomas Moran is on a roll, climbing to 6th place after overtaking 3 cars. Hamid Media is closing in on Mission Man, cutting the gap by 140 seconds. Yama Priest and Ice are nose to tail for 12th place. Looks like a battle worth watching. Hamid Media is gaining on Mission Man, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. Thomas Moran is hot on Hermit Media's heels, reducing the distance by 1 second. Yama Priest is climbing up to 12th place. Yama Priest and Era Special are locked in a fierce duel for 11th place. Yama Priest is making a move, climbing 3 spots to 9th place. Hermit Media is gaining ground, moving up 1 spot to 4th. Thomas Moran is also on the rise, advancing 1 position to 5th. Wow, Wayne Train 94 really pulled off a victory. Guess all those practice laps finally paid off. Well done. Wow, Wayne Train 94, you really crushed it. Congratulations on winning the race. You totally earned it. And with the fastest lap too, you're on fire today. As for the lucky drivers who can claim a car, Wayne Train 94, since you already took the top spot and the fastest lap, enjoy your modern street car, the 2008 Compet Apollo S deplorably Apple. You really made a statement with all those overtakes. Way to go. You can claim the 2015 Ferrari LaFerrari. Excellent work from both of you. Here's a fun fact about Indy cars. These racing machines are built to be incredibly fast and lightweight, with their entire design focused on pushing the limits of speed and agility on the track. They're powered by a V6 turbocharged engine that can produce over 600 horsepower, making them some of the most exciting racing cars to watch. It's like watching a jet on wheels but with a lot more style. Alright, so we've got Okinabaka in a 2018 Chevrolet IndyCar and Mighty Chunk in a 2018 Honda IndyCar. Both are pretty solid choices, but the Chevrolet has a slight edge when it comes to raw power and torque. The Honda is known for its reliability and smooth handling, but in a race like this, I'd probably lean towards the Chevrolet for that extra punch. Of course, it's all about how the AI handles the curves and acceleration. But based on the cars alone, I'd give a slight advantage to Okinabaka's Chevrolet. Let's see if the AI can surprise us, or if the Honda just outsmarts everyone with perfect cornering. Stay tuned. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Clark International Speedway, and leading the pack in the IndyCar class is Bot Unstable, cruising in a 2018 Honda IndyCar. It's got pole position, so let's see if it can hold on to that lead or if chaos is just around the corner. Lotusos has shot off the line to take the lead. Unstable and Lord Butril are right behind, fighting for second place. Looks like a close battle already. Beef Sliders is on a roll, climbing to 16th place. Drifundina T3 is making a move to 20th place. Keista Flex is storming through, now 22. Silver Art Gaming is climbing up to 8th place. Just Platinum and Matthewsaurus Rex are nose-to-nose for 9th. Billiscopine and DF Lizards are locked in a close fight for 11th. Tugonit DTV and Beef Sliders are neck and neck for the 16th spot. Toucan's Flora is climbing up to 21st. Keista Flex and Toucan's Flora are fighting hard for 21st place. Keista Flex is climbing up to 21st place. Lakayu is also making moves, now 23rd. Tugonit DTV is holding off Beef Sliders by a car length. Mr. Russian Muttwolf are nose to tail for 24. Mr. Roche is climbing up one spot to take 24th place. Mr. Roche and Lakaiju are nose to nose for 23rd. Trifinity 3 is climbing up to 18th place. Slipsnita Gaming and Trifinity 3 are nose to nose for that spot. Mr. Roche is also making moves, now in 23rd. Singoshi is currently in 4th place driving a 2018 Honda Indy car. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Mattisberry is in 14th place, driving a Honda Indy car. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Matthesaurus Rex is driving a Chevrolet Indy car, starting from the 8th position. The race pace seems steady but nothing spectacular so far. Mattisberry is in 14th place, driving a Honda Indy car. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any major moves yet. Mr. Roche has just moved up one spot to take 22nd place. Tukins Flora and Mr. Roche are nose to nose fighting for 22nd. Singoshi is currently in 4th place with a fastest lap of 136.931, so they're pushing hard. Their car is in 2018 Honda Indy car, and they seem to be maintaining a solid position, just behind the leader. Singoshi is holding the fastest lap, but still in 4th place. Looks like he's got the pace but needs to find a way around the leaders. Okinabaka is holding 8th place, and is slightly faster than Mighty Chunk, who is in 9th. Looks like Okinabaka might have the edge if they keep this pace up. Pat Numera is driving a Chevrolet Indy car, and is currently in 5th place. Their fastest lap is just under 138, so they're holding a decent pace but not quite challenging the top. Looks like they're staying steady but not pushing for the lead yet. Well, looks like Lotusos decided to take the crown again. Congratulations on the win. Guess speed really is your thing. Wow, look at that. Lotusos took the win, huh? Congratulations. I guess all those hours of virtual racing practice paid off. Hopefully they enjoy bragging rights for a bit. Who's next to challenge the reigning champion? A fun fact about the prototypes from the 1960s is that they were basically the Wild West of racing cars. They often had experimental designs and new technology, making them unpredictable and exciting to watch. Imagine cars built like science projects that somehow still manage to hit incredible speeds. It's like racing with a bit of mad scientist flair. Hey everyone! Time is running out to pick your car. Make your choice quick or you might end up with the one no one wants to drive. Hurry up and get those selections in before it's too late. Hey Forsengo, great to see you back in the chat. Ready to see some AI cars duke it out on the track? Sit tight and enjoy the race. Well, both are driving 1966 McLaren Elvis, so we're pretty much looking at a classic showdown here. The main difference is the engine, Ford versus Oldsmobile. Knowing how these engines handled back in the day, I'd say the Ford might have a slight edge when it comes to raw speed and torque. But hey, Oldsmobile isn't exactly slowpoke either. If I had to make a guess based on just the cars, I'd put my chips on Shoot 'em Up's Ford Elva. It's got a reputation for being a bit more aggressive on the track. But don't count out Dre 192, sometimes the driver's feel and finesse can turn the whole race around. So, I'm going with Shoot 'em Up's Ford. Let's see if the race actually plays out that way. Alright folks, the race kicks off on Gen Track 1 and leading the pack is Bot Athena CNC in a sleek 1966 Ford GT40 MPI. Looks like a classic battle ahead. Athena CNC has shot off the line into the lead. Maya is holding second place, trying to keep up. Borsengo is in third, but not for long if they keep this pace. Iamobius just overtook someone to take third place. Borsengo and Iamobius are nose to nose for that same spot. Shoot 'em Up is climbing up to sixth place. Shoot 'em Up is climbing up to fifth place. Two Peas and a Podcast is right behind, battling for that spot. Frankenbuzz is also making moves, now in 13th. Skakes' Bill Prey is holding off Rosaurus by a car length. Handalag and U20 plays are nose to tail for the 20th spot. Shoot 'em Up is climbing to fourth place. Dre 192 Gex is also moving up to ninth. Skakes' Bill Prey and Dre 192 Gex are nose to nose for ninth. Irrespecial is climbing up one spot to take 21st place. Krundelive and Irrespecial are battling closely for 21st. Dishonored Fox is also moving up one spot to 23rd. Rosaurus is on a roll, climbing from behind to second place. Iamobius and Shoot 'em Up are nose to nose fighting for fourth. U20 plays just gained a spot, now sitting in the 19th position. Rosaurus is dropping back to 8th place. Maya is climbing up to second. Shoot 'em Up is also moving up to third. Evolution in 154 and Ixnobotics are nose to tail fighting for the 16th spot. Blaming Buddha and Dishonored Fox are also locked in a close duel for the 23rd position. Looks Ravenous is gaining on Pondon, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. Whip 3 out. One spot to take 17th place. Evolution 154 and Whip 3 out 25 are nose to nose for 17th. Two Peas and a Podcast is climbing to 5th place. Skakes' Bill Prey and Dre 192 Bex are neck and neck for 9th. Whip 25 is making a move to 16th. Forsengo just gained 1 spot and is now in 5th place. U20 plays also moved up 1 spot, sitting in 18th. Our special and crazy sweet but are nose to nose for 20th. Dre 192X just sneaked into 8th place. Looks like Rose Saurus and Dre 192X are neck and neck for that spot. Evolution 954 is climbing up to 18th. The race is heating up. Forsengo is driving a McLaren Elva Oldsmobile and is currently in 4th place. Their fastest lap is just over 140, so they're holding a decent pace but not quite challenging the top. Looks like they're staying steady but not making big moves yet. Shoot 'em Up is driving a 1966 McLaren Elva Ford, starting from the 8th position. They've managed a decent lap time of 138.518, but are currently in 3rd place, so they're making some moves. Looks like they're climbing up the field, but still have a lot of ground to catch Athena CNC. Shoot 'em Up is now in 2nd place. Rosaurus has climbed to 8th. Skeksis Beau Prix is in 9th. Maya is now in 2nd place. Pondon has moved up to 11th. The Chaotic Weirdo and Pondon are nose to tail for 11th. The Chaotic Weirdo just sneaked into the top 12. Ixnobutixel is inching closer to the middle of the pack. Whip 3 out 25 and Ixnobutixel are nose to nose for the 16th spot. Whip 3 out 25 just overtook someone to climb to 16th place. Dishonored Fox is also gaining ground, now in 23rd. Blaming Buddha and Dishonored Fox are nose to tail for 23rd. U20 plays just overtook someone to climb to 18th place. Evolution 954. And U20 plays are nose to nose for the same position. Crandallite is chipping away at Era Special's lead, closing the gap by nearly 2 seconds. Congratulations to Athena CNC on winning the race. Looks like they really knew how to cross the finish line first. Well done! Wow, Athena CNC really pulled off an impressive victory. Congratulations! You definitely earned that win. Looks like your AI car was in top form today. Can't wait to see what you do in the next race. A fun fact about the Can-Am racing cars is that they were known for their incredible power and minimal restrictions, which led to some of the most wild and innovative cars in racing history. They basically allowed engineers and drivers to push the limits of speed without much compromise, making the races a thrilling showcase of skill and creativity. It was like a playground for car designers who could pretty much build anything that went fast. Alright everyone, if you haven't picked your car yet, now is the perfect moment. You don't want to miss out on the chance to see who takes the crown in this AI car race. Hurry up and make your choice before time runs out. Oh wow, this is a classic showdown. The 1969 Nissan R382 is a legendary sports car, known for its brute force and racing pedigree. But it's also pretty classic, and maybe a bit less nimble than modern designs. On the other hand, the 1974 Shadow DA4 was designed as a Formula One car, so it probably has the edge in agility and speed around these tight corners. Given that, I'd say the Shadow DN4 might have the advantage in a race like this because of its speed and handling on a technical track like Highlands Motorsport Park GT. But hey, the Nissan's raw power could definitely shake things up if it manages to hold its line. So, my bet? I think the Shadow might just edge out the Nissan in this one, but it's going to be close. Alright folks, we're kicking off at Highlands Motorsport Park, and look at that. The bought Husky Hog car is starting on pole, and it's a 1973 Porsche 1730 Spider. Classic car, modern race, and I bet it's feeling pretty confident at the front. Let's see if it can hold on to that lead. Borsengo has taken an early lead. Husky Hog is right behind in second, and Texaltes Arena is holding on to third. Looks like a tight start. Abomzi just overtook someone to move into fourth place. Wilderino and Abomzi are nose to nose for that fourth spot. Tyler Drums 31 and Captain Canadian are locked in a close fight for ninth. Tyler Drums 31 is climbing up to 9th place. Rosaurus just moved up to 13th. HP Lootcraft and Rosaurus are nose to nose for the 13th spot. Rosaurus is driving a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. They're currently in 11th place, holding steady but not making any big moves. Looks like a quiet race for now. Alex Hasnobrain is holding on to 7th place, but Manana Stylo 21 is right behind him, looking for an opening. The Futz 84 and HP Lootcraft are nose to tail for 14th. No room for mistakes there. HP Lootcraft is storming through the field, now in 2nd place after overtaking 12 cars. Now Pink Wolf is climbing slowly, just one spot up to 18. Husky Hog just sneaked into 2nd place. Abomzi is climbing fast into 3rd. Awilreino is making a move into 5th. Lord Batril is climbing up to 11th place. Sharogama is now 12th place. Rosaurus is knocking on 13th place. Looks like a little upward shuffle. Can-Am cars are dominating the top spots, clearly faster on this track. Group 4 cars are trailing behind, probably struggling with the high-speed corners. Rosaurus is climbing up to 12th place. Kirchgis is making a move to 18. Looks like some steady progress. Abomzi is now in 2nd place. HP Lootcraft is gaining on Varga Lastet, closing the gap but still a bit behind. Gamersach is driving a 1970 Dodge Challenger. Looks like they're holding a solid middle position, but no sign of overtaking anyone just yet. The Fos 84 is climbing up to 13th place. Gamersach and the Fos 84 are nose to tail for that same spot. HP Lootcraft is chipping away at Vargalasvet, closing the gap by 1.5 seconds. Wildrino and That's Alti Serena are nose to nose for 4th place. The Fos 84 is climbing up to 12th. Sofik is sneaking into 15th. Alvidrino just overtook someone to climb into 4th place. The fight for 3rd between Awaldrino and Husky Hog is heating up. HP Lootcraft is closing in on Vargalasvet, now just 1 second behind. Wildrino and Husky Hog are nose to tail for 3rd place. HP Lootcraft is closing in on Vargalasvet, now just 1.9 seconds behind. Husky Hog is leading the race in a 1973 Porsche 9/1730 Spider. Their fastest lap is a solid one, 48.628. Looks like they're holding a good pace so far. Krishka is driving a 1970 Pontiac Firebird. They're currently in the 18th spot and seem to be struggling a bit with their lap times, running around 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Looks like a tough race for them so far. Sofik advances to 13th place. Gamersach is gaining on Rosaurus, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. HP Lootcraft is hot on Vargalasvet's tail, closing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Husky Hog is leading the race in a 1973 Porsche 9/1730 Spider. They're holding the top spot and have the fastest lap so far, so it looks like they're dominating the Can-Am class. Sofik is driving a 1977 Jaguar X J12C Broadspeed. They're currently in 14th place, but are quite a bit behind the leaders, with their fastest lap being over 2 minutes. Looks like a tough race for them so far. Jamasta 9000 is stuck in the back with a Pontiac Firebird from 1968. Looks like they're struggling to keep up, sitting in 20th place. Well, look at Forsengo taking the checkered flag. Clearly the fastest in the bunch today. Nice job! Wow. Forsengo really pulled through and took the victory, huh? Great job. They clearly know how to handle those virtual tracks with style. Let's give them a big round of applause for that impressive win. If I had to pick one of these cars, I'd say the 2012 Mercedes-Benz C-Class might have a good shot. It's got a bit more modern engineering, and Mercedes tends to focus on balance and stability. The others, like the older Otis or Opel Astra, might struggle a little on a track as demanding as Virginia International South. The Chevrolet Cruze and Renault Fluence are interesting choices, but I'd probably put my money on the Mercedes to hold a steady pace, and maybe even surprise us with some finesse. Alright. So we've got Bleach Mepsi with the classic 2004 Audi A4 R11, and Amobius with the slightly newer 2011 model. Now, car choices definitely matter. But let's not forget that the driver's skill in this AI race is almost as important. The 2011 Audi A4 R14 might have some updates that could give it a slight edge in handling and speed. But the 2004 R11 is no slouch either, especially if the AI is tuned well. If I had to pick a favorite based purely on what I see here, I'd lean towards the Amobius just because of the newer model. But honestly, this could go either way. It's like choosing between vintage and modern. Sometimes the old school surprises you. Alright folks, the race just kicked off at Virginia International South, and leading the pack is Bot Naturally Unlucky in a classic 24 Audi A4 R11. Looks like the old school is trying to show the new kids how it's done. Let's see if he can hold that pole position. Tyler Drums 31 has taken an early lead. Naturally Unlucky is right behind in second, and Team Tenetia is holding on to third. Looks like a tight start. Team Tenetia is now in second place. HP Lootcraft has moved up to fourth. Vanone 1857 is right behind in fifth. Van 1857 and HP Lootcraft are nose to nose for that fourth spot. Abomzi is climbing fast, now in fifth place. The Critica Leg is also making moves, up 2 spots to 7th. The Critica Leg and Vanon 1857 are nose to nose for 6th place. Looks like a tight squeeze there. The Critica Leg is climbing up to 6th place. Vanon 1857 and the Critica Leg are nose to nose for 6th. Oscar Wolf and Zenyahima are locked in a close fight for 15th. Equinox Deval and Vanin 57 are nose to tail for 7th place. Let's Go just gained 1 spot to 10th. Jordan F is climbing 2 spots to 11. Abomzi is now in 4th place. Jordan F has climbed to 10th. Aisley is in 12th. Looks like everyone's making moves. Abomzi is closing the gap on Natural Yoon Lucky, getting closer with every second. Vanone 1857 has climbed 1 spot to 6th place. Nox Exodus has also gained 1 position, now sitting in 8th. Vanona 1857 and HP Lootcraft are battling hard for 5th place. Leech Mepsi is closing in on Big Boy Bets, cutting the gap by 2 seconds. Jordan F is really having a rough time dropping to 16. Equinox 2 is climbing up to 9th place. Let's Go is also making progress, now in 10th. Abomzi is now in 3rd place. The Critical Egg and Vanoni 1857 are neck and neck for 6th. Yamobius has climbed to 12th. Banana 1857 is dropping back to 15th place. The Critical Egg is climbing to 6th. Nox Exodus is moving up to 7th. Abomzi just overtook someone to take 2nd place. Team Tinatea and Abomzi are nose to nose for 2nd. Naturalian Lucky and Team Tinatea are also fighting hard for 3rd. Team Tinatea is now in 2nd place. HP Lootcraft and Natural Yoon Lucky are still neck and neck for 4th. Max Spirally is gaining on Oscar Wolf, closing the gap by just over a second. HP Lootcraft and Natural Yoon Lucky are neck and neck for 4th place. Equinox 2 is creeping closer to Nox Exodus, chopping down the gap by a 2nd and a 3rd. Abomzi just overtook someone to climb into 2nd place. Team Tinatea and Abomzi are nose to nose for that 2nd spot. Nox Exodus and the Critical Egg are locked in a close fight for 6th. Lootcraft and Naturalian Lucky are nose to nose for 4th place. Oscar Wolf is climbing 1 spot to 12th. Bleach Mepsi is also up 1 spot to 17th. Yamobius is inching closer to Aisley, closing the gap by nearly 2 seconds. Max Spirally is climbing up to 13th place, making a move. Max Spirally is driving a 2003 Opel Astra and currently in the middle of the pack. Their fastest lap is a solid one, 9.236, but they seem to be struggling to move up. Oscar Wolf and Iamobius are nose to nose for 11th place. Sinyahima and Max Spirally are also locked in a close fight for 13th. Naturalian Lucky is inching closer to Team Tinatea, closing the gap by just over a second. The Critical Egg and HP Lootcraft are locked in a fierce duel for 5th place. Oscar Wolf is climbing up the field, gaining 1 spot to sit just outside the top 10. The Critica Leg and HP Lootcraft are nose to tail for 5th place. Amobius just gained a spot, and is now in 11th. Oscar Wolf and Amobius are also close for 11th. Looks like a mini showdown. Wow. Tyler Drums 31. You really showed everyone how it's done. Congratulations on the win. Wow! Congratulations to Tyler Drums 31 for winning the race. Looks like they really know how to push those AI cars to the limit. Great job leading the pack and crossing the finish line first. Everyone else better step up their game for next time. If I had to pick one of these cars, I'd say the 2018 Chevrolet IndyCar might have a slight edge on the Castle Combe circuit. It's got that extra punch and a bit more aggressive aerodynamics which could help it carve through the corners a little faster. The Honda IndyCar is no slouch either. But given the track's twists and turns, the Chevrolet seems like the more likely winner. Ooh! This is a classic clash of American muscle versus Japanese engineering. The Chevrolet IndyCar is known for its power and brute strength, so Darigoza's car might have a bit of an edge in raw speed. On the other hand, the Honda IndyCar is renowned for its precision and handling, especially on tighter circuits, like Castle Combe. If I had to guess, I'd say Darigoza's Chevrolet might surge ahead early thanks to that raw acceleration. But watch out for Aperdope's Honda to clutch in with some slick maneuvers and keep it close. It should be a close race, but I think the Chevrolet's raw power might just give it the slight upper hand in the end. Who are you rooting for? Alright everyone. The race kicks off at Castle Combe with Bapucci Zero on pole in the 2018 Honda IndyCar. Looks like he's got the inside line, so let's see if he can hold that lead. Buccizzero has shot off the line to take the lead. Ixnubadixo is holding strong in second place, while Frankenballs is hanging on in third. Looks like a tight battle forming early on. Frank Frankenbild just overtook Xnobadixel for second place. Silver Gaming is climbing up to 9th, closing in on Famaka, who's holding 8th. The fight for Peyton P2 is heating up. Jordan F is on the move, climbing to 7th place. Two Kings Flora is making a charge up to 9th. Yesterone 133,796. It is gaining ground, now in 14th. Two Kins Flora is driving a Honda Indy car, starting from the 11th position. Their race seems to be a bit of a climb, currently in 9th place, so they're making some moves. Eganarite and Archeron 192 are nose-to-tail fighting for 4th place. Tyler Drums 31 and Famaka are also locked in a close scrap for 10th. Xnobadixel and Butchazero are nose-to-tail at the front. Eganarite just slipped into 4th, looking to make a move. Basanaxertwu and Archeron 192 are locked in a close fight for 5th. Eganarite is climbing up to 3rd place. Frankenbalds and Eganarite are still neck and neck for that position. Two Kings Flora is also making moves, now in 8th. Eganarite is right behind Xnobadixel now, just a second apart. Storyforge and Defizzers are nose-to-nose for 14. Abia Dope is climbing, up 1 spot to 17. Yesterone 133,796 and Famaka are nose-to-nose for 11th place. Imogen Tempus just nudged up 1 spot to 17th. Archeron 92 is driving a Chevrolet Indy car and is currently in 5th place. Their fastest lap is 0:55.749, so they're holding a decent pace, but not quite challenging the top. The race looks competitive for them. Two Kins Flora has just overtaken someone to take 7th place. The Three and Jordan F are still nose-to-nose for 8th. Imogen Tempus is climbing up to 16th. Well, look at that. Buchicero just took the checkered flag. Guess all that practice paid off. Congratulations on the win. Wow, Buchicero, congratulations on winning the race. You clearly know your way around the track. I guess all that practice paid off. Well done, you've earned that shiny trophy. Sure thing. Did you know that the prototypes from 1970 often looked more like futuristic sculptures than race cars? They were built with the wild idea that speed and style should go hand in hand. Some of these cars had such crazy aerodynamics that they looked like they were designed by artists rather than engineers. It's like they were racing to the future, and honestly, some of them still look ahead of their time today. Oh wow, this is quite the matchup. The Lola T70 Mark on a BGT. That's a classic beauty with some serious racing pedigree. It's known for its raw power and aggressive handling, but it can be a bit of a handful, especially on tight corners. Now the Porsche 917 LH is a legendary car famous for its speed and stability. It's like the favorite in this race given its aerodynamics and engineering marvels from that era. If I had to make a spicy prediction, I'd say the Porsche might have the edge because of its sleek design and reputation for high speeds on straights. But hey, the Lola's got some tricks up its sleeve, especially in the hands of a skilled driver. It's going to be a close one, but I'm leaning toward the Porsche pulling ahead in the end. We'll see how these beauties perform in the race. Alright, everyone, the race is underway at Buxton. On pole we've got bought Athena CNC in a classic 1969, Lola T70 Marco in a Sue. So get ready for some vintage racing action. Akvaiti has taken an early lead, with Athena CNC right behind in second place. Gioggina Miracles is holding on to third, but expect some action soon. Gymnastica Gamma 9000 is climbing to third place. Dongatson 3 is now in seventh. Jack Cinderbox has moved into ninth. Dongatson 3 is on a roll climbing to third place. DKKK Badzi Rogerts is making moves to fifth. Jack Cinderbox is pushing up to sixth. Things are heating up behind the leaders. Dongatsona 3 just overtook someone to grab second place. Beats with Keith is climbing up to third. Yaksin Dabox is making a move, now in fourth after passing 2 races. Bodadzera is closing in on Flanky Frankie with a 7.1 second gap. Fualso is making moves, overtaking 3 cars to reach 8th place. Athena CNC is dropping back, now in 13th position after losing 8 spots. Dongatson 3 is now in first place. Beats with Cave is closing in on Gymnastica Gamma 9000, the gap shrinking by 3 seconds. Popcorn Slayer has moved up to 4th place. Botso is on a roll, climbing 3 spots to 5th place. Jack Shindabox is having a rough time, dropping 7 positions to 12th. Beats with Kev is inching forward, grabbing 2nd place. Akvaithi is driving a 1970 Porsche 917 LH, a legendary race car known for its speed and endurance. They are currently in last place with no lap time recorded, so it looks like their race is not going well at all. Dongnetson 3 is really having a rough time, dropping 10 places to 12. Popcorn Slayer is climbing 2 spots to take 2nd. Fotso is also moving up 2 spots to 3rd. Popcorn Slayer is closing in on Beats with Kev, cutting the gap by 6:30 seconds. Budatsura has climbed up to 5th place. Iamobius has moved into 6th place. Iamobius is climbing to 5th place. Gamasta Temaning is chipping away at Darigos's lead, now 2.2 seconds closer. Stephen Brinkley is making his way to ninth. Darigos is driving a 1973 Arca MF16, a vintage ultralight. They're currently in the middle of the pack, just behind the top contenders. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Akvayeki is driving a 1970 Porsche 917LH, a legendary race car known for its speed and iconic design. They are currently in last place and seem to be struggling, given the 99-minute lap times. Boruso is in third place, driving a vintage ultralights Cooper Type 61 Monaco from 1965. Their fastest lap is a solid 17.844 seconds. Looks like they're holding steady but not quite catching the leaders. Popcorn Slayer is in second place, driving a vintage Lola T290 from 1972. Their fastest lap is 0:18.268. Looks like they're holding steady and trying to keep the pressure on the leader. Bozzo is climbing up to second place. Iamobius is also moving up to fifth. Looks like the race is heating up. Geister de Gamma 9000 advances to fifth place. Darigos climbs to sixth. Stephen Brinkley moves up to eighth. Gamasta Tigama 9000 is inching closer to Iamobius, closing the gap by 1.4 seconds. Stephen Brinkley has climbed one spot to 7th place. Yukai Plagraph is also on the move, advancing one position to 15th. Wow, Beats with Kev, you must be the fastest thing on wheels. Congratulations on winning the race. Wow. Beats with Kev really pulled ahead at the end there, didn't they? Huge congratulations to them. That was an impressive display of AI racing skills. I guess they're officially the speed king of today's race. Nice job. For this track, I would focus mostly on top speed and stability through the turns. Dover's high-banked corners demand a car that can maintain high speeds without losing grip. Acceleration is important too, because getting up to speed quickly can make a difference on those long straightaways. Overall, a well-balanced car that can handle the high-speed banking while offering good control would be ideal for dominating at Dover. Well, it looks like we're flying blind here with Zufik and Betsmar. Since they're both driving the same car, and we don't know much about their skills, I'd say it's a coin toss. Maybe Zufik has a secret racing talent hidden up their sleeve, or maybe Betsmar just lights up the track. We'll find out soon enough, but honestly I'd put my money on whoever gets the best start, and avoids the chaos at Dover. Let's watch and see who surprises us. Alright folks. The race kicks off at Dover, and leading the pack is Bot TPPA and a classic 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner. Looks like a solid start. Let's see if it can hold that pole position. Looks like Toucan's Flora is leading the pack, followed closely by Spear-like Hail in VD39 in third. Let's see if they can hold those positions, or if the chaos will shake things up early. VE9 is making a move to first place. Spear-like Hail and Toucan's Flora are still neck and neck for second. Acorn is climbing to fourth. TPPA has stormed to first place after overtaking 5 cars. Dave Factor is right behind, also climbing 5 spots to second. Singoshi is not far behind, making a move to third after passing 5 cars. The top 3 are really making a statement early on. Beef Sliders is on a roll, climbing 4 places to 14. Betsma and Zufik are nose-to-nose fighting for 4th. Yukai Plygraph just gained 1 spot to 7th. Dishonored Fox is on a roll, climbing to 13. Anarchizix is right behind, also making moves to 14. Vislat Indio is gaining ground to 16. Looks like a busy chase. Triad and Yukai Plygraph are neck and neck for 7th place. Scorched Log and Trihar Triad are fighting hard for 8th. Buchitsero and Rizwachingio are locked in a close duel for 16th. Yukai Plygraph and Schmerzenliv are nose-to-nose for 6th place. Trihar Triad and Yukai Plygraph are locked in a fierce fight for 7th. Scorched Log and Trihar Triad are battling hard for 8th. Betsmar is really closing the gap on Zufik now. Only 2 seconds behind and closing fast. Betsmar and Zufik are fighting hard for 4th place. Schmerzenleg and Betsmar are also locked in a tight battle for 5th. Betsma and Zufik are nose-to-tail fighting for 4th place. Budazeror just gained 1 spot and is now in 7th. Yukai Playgraph and Budazeror are locked in a close duel for 7th. Betsma is climbing up to 4th place now. Betsma and Singoshi are nose-to-nose for 3rd. Zufik and Betsma are locked in a close fight for 4th. Next in hits is closing in on speed like hail fast, cutting the gap by 5 seconds. Defactor and TPPPA are locked in a fierce fight for the lead. Betsma just gained 1 spot to sit in 3rd place. Singoshi just snuck into 3rd place, inching past someone. Betsma and Singoshi are nose to nose for that 3rd spot. Bodazarar is climbing up to 6th, making a move. Betsma just overtook someone to climb into 3rd place. Singoshi and Betsma are nose to nose for 3rd. Grumpyjerf and Scorched Log are locked in a close fight for 10th. Defactor is holding on to the lead with TPPPA right behind. Scorched Log and Trihard Triad are still neck and neck for 9th place. Grampy Sheriff and Scorched Log are battling for 10th, with Grampy Sheriff trying to make a move. Wow, TPPPA really pulled it off. Guess they're the ones to beat now. Congratulations on the win. Wow, TPPPA really pulled off an impressive victory. Congratulations to them? Seriously. I guess all that virtual driving practice paid off. Can't wait to see what they do in the next race. Here's a fun fact for you. Modern supercars in racing often have more technology than some small cities. They use advanced aerodynamics, hybrid powertrains, and cutting-edge materials to shave off milliseconds. It's like watching a superhero suit on wheels, but with a lot more Ferrari flair. Hey there, Everlasting Apex. Great to see you back in the stream. Buckle up. We're about to watch some AI cars race and see who takes the crown today. Glad you could join us again. Alright everyone, the clock is ticking. Make your final picks now or forever hold your peace. Don't miss out on the chance to see which AI car will dominate the race. Hurry up! Wow! Those are quite the pair of competitors. We've got Bunny Doom in a Lamborghini Sesto Elemento from 2011. A super lightweight, super flashy car designed for speed. On the other hand, Kreisgoffer is in a 2002 Cadillac Cian, which is more of a concept car turned into a performance machine. But let's be real, it's not quite as nimble as that Lamborghini. Given the car choices and the track, I'd put my money on Bunny Doom taking the lead early and holding on to it. The Lamborghini's agility and cutting-edge design from that era should give it the edge on a shorter, twisty track like Franciacorta. Kreisgoffer might have some fun trying to keep up, But I think that Lamborghini is going to be flying through those corners. So my bet is on Bunny's off Doom for the win. But hey, anything can happen when AI takes the wheel. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Autodromo di Franciacorta short track, and leading the pack is bot Autumn Thunderbird in a 2012 Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. Let's see if they can hold that pole position, or if the competition will catch up. UK Plygraph has taken an early lead, with Autumn Thunderbird right behind in second place. Zap Brandigan is holding on to third, but it looks like the pack is already closing in. Deluxe Combo is now in third place. Belescobina has climbed to 8th. Thibault is in 13th. Thibault and Thomas Moran are battling for 11th. Nina My Style 21 is climbing up to 12th place. Everlasting Apex and T-Bone are nose to nose for 13. Reinecke is inching up to 17. Kikasledi X3 is driving a 2004 Chrysler ME412. A rare supercar with a mid-mounted V10 engine. Looks like they're stuck in the back, probably just trying to keep it on the track. Yukai Plav is driving a 2020 BMW M8, which is known for its blend of luxury and high performance. They're currently leading the race, but with the fastest lap still unrecorded, it's too early to tell if they can hold the pace. Rosé Godgaming is driving a 2005 Ford GT. They are currently in the 15th place, and seem to be holding steady without any major moves so far. Kikasledi X3 is racing a 24th Chrysler E412. Looks like they're stuck in the back with no real action happening around them. Ablaise and Rose Goldgumming are neck and neck for 15th place. Lemon Cult Games and Kreisgoffer are also fighting hard for 19th. Thomas Moran just overtook Frankenbalz and is now in 10th place. They are neck and neck, trading positions every lap. Chris Gopher is driving a 2002 Cadillac CN-Daytona. They're currently in 20th place and seem to be holding a steady pace, but not making much progress through the pack. Lemon Cult Games is currently in 21st place, with a 24 Chrysler ME412. Their fastest lap is 1 minute and 1.506 seconds. Looks like they're struggling to keep up with the leaders. Your Namaste R21 is driving a 24 Celine 7 and is currently in the 13th place. Their fastest lap is just under 59 seconds, so they're holding a decent pace but still have room to improve. Bunnies of Doom is just ahead of Kreisgoffer, so it's a close battle. Bunnies has a slight edge, but Kreisgoffer is right there, ready to pounce if Bunnies slips. Ablaze and Rosgold Gaming are nose-to-nose for 15th place. Kick-Ass Lady X3 just climbed one spot to 20th. Hikori Hamzam is driving a Maserati MC12, a rare and exotic choice. They are currently in 9th place, but their fastest lap is slower than the top runners. Looks like they are struggling to keep up with the leaders. Congratulations to Yukai Plagraf for winning the race at Autodromo de Francia Corta Short Dote. Looks like they really know how to take the checkered flag. Well done! Wow! Yukai Plagraf really pulled it off! Congratulations on winning the race. That was quite the impressive display of driving skills. Looks like all those practice laps paid off. A fun fact about Bristol Motor Speedway is that it's often called the world's fastest half-mile because despite being a short track, drivers can reach incredible speeds there. The high banking makes it a real challenge and a favorite for fans who love intense, close-quarters racing. Plus, the noise and energy inside that stadium are absolutely electrifying. Well, this is quite the matchup. Both are 2011 trucks, so it's anyone's game in terms of age. But the Silverado and Tundra have some personality differences. The Silverado tends to be a bit more refined and powerful, so I'd lean towards Wrestling 567's Chevrolet for that extra edge in speed and handling. Though, you never know, Billy's Tundra could surprise us with some impressive endurance and maybe a little underdog charm. I'd say the Silverado has a slight advantage here. But it's racing, so anything can happen. Alright folks, the race is underway at Bristol Motor Speedway, and leading the pack is the NASCAR Trucks car, called Bot TPPPA. It's a classic 2011 Dodge Ram sitting on pole, ready to dominate. Let's see if it can hold on to that lead. Tyler Drums 31 has taken an early lead, with Silent Fox 213 right behind in second. Cirque Mingate is holding on to third, but expect some fireworks soon. Aminsan just blitzed through the field to grab first place. TPKPA and Autoliatorius are not far behind. both climbing up rapidly and overtaking 16 cars each. Looks like a three-way battle for the top spot is brewing. Tyler Drums 31 and Silent Fox 213 are nose-to-nose for the 14th place. Shoebox TV and Athena CNC are locked in a fierce fight for the 17th spot. Hermit Media is climbing up one position to 24th. Cherokee Kitten and Wayne Gretzky are nose to tail for 12th place. Pace CRR just gained a spot to take 21st. Mina My Style Air 21 and Pace CRR are locked in a close fight for 21st. Nonstop is driving a Dodge Ram and currently in 8th place. Their fastest lap is a solid 15.18. Looks like they're holding their own but not quite challenging the leaders yet. Epic Sugar just gained one spot and is now in 27th place. Epic Sugar and Billy Ilge are nose to tail for 26th. Epic Sugar is driving a Chevrolet Silverado. They're currently in 28th place and seem to be struggling a bit with their lap times, not quite matching the leaders. While Emin-san just won the race. Looks like they're on a roll. Guess it's time to start calling them the champion of the day. Wow, Amin-san took the victory. Congratulations on that win. Looks like all that virtual racing training paid off. Can't wait to see if they can keep up that winning streak. For this track, I would focus mostly on handling and agility. Mont-Tremblant GP has lots of curves and elevation changes, so a car that can navigate tight turns quickly and stay glued to the road would have the best shot. Top speed is nice, but if the car can't stay stable through those winding corners, it won't matter much. Overall, a balanced mix of maneuverability and grip is what I'd prioritize for a race like this. Well, this is quite the matchup. The BMW M8 GTE is known for its power and stability, making it a real threat especially on a technical track like Mont-Tremblant. On the other hand, the Ferrari 488 GT has that fiery agility and sharp handling that can really shine on high-speed turns. If I had to pick, I'd say the BMW has a slight edge in raw speed and endurance. But don't count out the Ferrari's quick reflexes and cornering skills. Honestly, it could come down to who handles the twisty sections better. But hey, in the end, it's AI racing, so anything can happen. I'd say it's a close call, but I'll give a tiny nod to the BMW for its overall versatility. Let's see who's got the better strategy today. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Mont Tremblant and leading the pack is the bot SNR Savage in the GT class, piloting the sleek 2019 BMW M8 GT. Let's see if they can hold on to that pole position. NR Savage has shot off into the lead. Zots Fiat is holding strong in second, and Famika is hanging on in third. Looks like a tight battle for the top spots already. Jungnumstor Duo 2 is climbing up to 5th place. Skozer Ops is also moving up to 7th. Skozer Ops and Zenyahima are nose to nose for 6th. Cristal 33D just moved up one spot to 9th place. Stankit and Kufo are nose to nose for 15. Direct Official and Husky Hog are locked in a close fight for 19. Zenyahima and Jungen Sister 202 are nose to nose for 5th place. Pumpkin Novlery and Stankit are locked in a close fight for 16. Dirk Official just gained one spot and is now 19. Yenzahima is climbing to 5th place. Jungdan Store 202 and Yenzahima are nose to nose for 5th. Pumpkin Novlery is advancing to 16. Thomas Moran and Skozer Bobs are nose to tail for 7th place. Direct Official and Figure 80 Sport are locked in a close fight for 18. Dr. Felix is inching up one spot to 20th. Renault T4 is driving a 2016 BMW M6 GTL. They are currently in 4th place, holding steady behind the leaders. Looks like a solid performance so far. Zenyahima is driving a 2015 Chevrolet Corvette C7R. They're holding steady in 6th place, so the race looks pretty calm for now. The GT cars seem to be dominating the top spots, likely benefiting from better handling and speed on Mont Tremblant's technical corners. Transom cars are spread out, probably struggling with the track's demands and less aerodynamic grip. Jungonstor 202 and Skozer Abzaz are nose to tail for 6th place. Skoderobs just nudged ahead. Dr. Felix is climbing, now in the 19th spot. Famaka is driving a 2018 Ferrari 488 GTE and is currently in 3rd place. They're close behind the leader and seem to be holding steady, but no signs of an overtaking move yet. Figueroa Sport is stuck in the middle of the pack with a Ford Mustang. Looks like they're just cruising along, not making any moves or mistakes so far. Renault T4 is driving a 2016 BMW M6 GTLM. They're currently in 4th place, hanging just behind the leaders but not quite close enough to make a move yet. Looks like a steady race for now. Figueroa Sport is driving a 2021 Ford Mustang and is currently in the 17th place. Their lap time is significantly slower than the leaders, so it looks like they are struggling to keep up. Thomas Moran and Jungenster 202 are locked in a close fight for 7th place. Direk Official just gained 1 spot to move into 17th. Stankic and Direk Official are also neck and neck for 17th. Hey Steve Jumper, great to see you back in the channel. Glad you could join us for some thrilling AI car races. Buckle up because it's going to be a fun ride. Congratulations, Senar Savage. Looks like your skills are just too savage for the competition. Well done on taking the top spot at Mont Tremblant GP. Wow! Senar Savage really pulled off an impressive victory. Congratulations! Looks like they're the one to beat in this race. Great job, Senar Savage. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Detroit Street Circuit, I might go with the 1995 Porsche 911 Carrera. It's got that perfect balance of power and handling. Plus, it's well known for its stability and responsiveness on twisty tracks. Of course, the BMW M3 E36 or the Nissan 186 could give it a run for its money. But the Porsche's reputation for racing on challenging circuits makes it a solid favorite. We'll see how the AI engines handle that mix of sharp corners and straightaways. Alright folks, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The countdown is ticking down faster than that one friend who always leaves the party early. Make your selection before it's too late, or you might end up watching your favorite car get smoked in the race. Alright folks, this is quite the matchup. We've got GMN Prime behind a classic Honda Integra Type R from 1995. It's known for its nimbleness and sharp handling, but it's definitely not the fastest car on the grid. On the other hand, Ebony Shadow is in a 1995 Porsche 911 which is a much more powerful and arguably more refined machine. I'd say the Porsche has the edge in raw speed and stability. While the Integra might dance around the corners with finesse, the Porsche's turbocharged engine and rear-wheel drive setup give it a serious advantage in a straight line. Though unless GMN Prime pulls off some magic handling skills, I'd bet the Porsche is likely to be in the lead by the end of this. But hey, that's the thrill of racing, anything can happen. Alright folks, the race is underway at Detroit Street Circuit. And leading the pack is Bodiconic Odd in the 1996 Nissan 180 S-Types, Type X to Type X. It's the slowpoke of the bunch, but hey, Let's see if it can outsmart the others. Iconic Odd is leading the race, holding a solid first place. Metrixco is right behind in second, trying to catch up. GN Prime is in third, not far off, but already under pressure. Metrixco is climbing to first place. Ebony Shadow is now in third. Nico Broadcast has moved up to fifth. Willow Shrub advances to 8th place. Exoasis climbs to 14th place. Lotgamuning and Exoasis are neck and neck for 14th. Yukai Plive is driving a 1990 Mazda Unos Cosmo, which is known for its rotary engine and sleek design. Looks like they're in the middle of the pack and trying to make moves but haven't quite broken through yet. Exoasis is racing a 1995 Audi RS2 Avant, known for its versatility and turbocharged power. They're currently in 15th place, so it looks like they're holding steady but not making much noise up front. Steve Jumper is driving a 1994 Toyota Celica GT4. He's currently in 10th place and seems to be holding steady, but he's got some racers ahead and behind. Looks like he's not making any big moves yet. Iconic Odd is driving a 1996 Nissan 180S X-Type X, known for its agility and rear-wheel drive, fun up. They're currently in second place and holding a solid lead over the rest of the pack. Looks like they're enjoying the race so far. Metrixco is driving a 1990 Lotus Carlton, a classic British sedan known for its luxury and surprisingly sporty performance. They're currently leading the race, so it looks like their strategy and car are working well. Nico Broadcast is climbing up to 4th place. Willow Shrub is also moving up to 7. Sakurai TV and Willow Shrub are locked in a close fight for 7. Imus Gordon is driving a 1990 Mercedes-Benz 190E Evo Detect. They're currently in 12th place, so they're making steady progress but still have some cars ahead. Ebony Shadow and Iconic Odd are nose to tail for 2nd place. Imus Gordon just sneaked into the top 10, climbing 1 spot. Nico Broadcast is driving a 1996 Dodge Stealth RT Turbo, which is known for its turbocharged V6 engine and all-wheel drive. They are currently in 5th place, holding a solid position but not quite challenging for the lead yet. Steve Jumper is gaining on Sakurai TV, closing the gap to just 1 second. They're battling for 8th place. Meanwhile, Imus Gordon is right behind Steve Jumper, both fighting for 9th. Iconic Odd is leading the race in a 1996 Nissan 180S X-Type. Looks like they're holding on to the front, but the pack is right behind. The race seems tight so far. GM Prime is closing in on Mikkel Broadcast, cutting the gap by 1.4 seconds. Steve Jumper and Zachary TV are locked in a tight battle for 8th place. Steve Jumper is climbing up to 8th place. Whip 3 out 25 is gaining on Yukai Plygraph, cutting the gap by a second. Mexico Broadcast and Iconic Odd are nose-to-nose for 3rd place. Learzel just snuck into 5th, climbing 1 spot. Widow Shrub and GM Prime are locked in a close fight for 6th. GM Prime is climbing to 5th place. Unstabil is also moving up, now in 10th. Imus Gordon and Unstabil are nose-to-nose for 10th. Imus Gordon just overtook someone to take the 10th place. Unstabil and Imus Gordon are still battling for that position. Exoasis is climbing up to 12th. The tight corners and street circuit layout are favoring the more agile cars like the Lotus Carlton and Toyota Celica GT4, keeping them at the front. Ebony Shadow is driving a 1995 Porsche 911993 Carrera. They're currently in 2nd place and have the 2nd fastest lap time of 2:41.21. Looks like they're pushing hard but still trailing Matrixco. Mikkel Broadcast is climbing up to 3rd place. GM Prime is catching up to 4th. Learzel is making a move to 5th. Looks like the race is heating up. Iconic Odd is dropping back to 12th position. Mikkel Broadcast is closing the gap on Ebony Shadow by 1.44 seconds. Willow Shrub is climbing to 6th position. Gangnam Klejo's show is storming to the front with a huge leap to 1st place. Yukai Plygraph is right behind, also making a big move up the field. Whip 3 out 25 is climbing fast, now in 8th. The race is heating up. Well, look at that. Matrixco just took the checkered flag. Guess they're the ones to beat now. Congratulations on the win. Wow, Matrixco really zoomed to the front there. Congratulations on the win. That was a fantastic race. Looks like all those training sessions in the virtual garage paid off. Sure thing. Did you know that Group 4 racing cars were originally created for international sports car competitions in the 1960s? They were kind of like the wild cousins of the more regulated classes, with manufacturers having a bit more freedom to get creative with their designs. It's like the car version of a rebellious teenager who just wants to race and have fun. Hey everyone! If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The countdown's almost up, so make your choice, or forever hold your peace. Don't miss out on the chance to see which AI car will reign supreme. This is a classic showdown between two iconic American muscle cars. The 1969 Chevrolet Camaro has a reputation for being a powerful and agile contender, especially with its sleek design and balanced handling. On the other hand, the 1967 Chevrolet Corvette C2 is legendary for its performance and racing pedigree, making it a formidable opponent on the track. Considering the races at Barbagallo, a track that favors handling and power, I'd lean slightly towards the Corvette C2 because of its lighter weight and proven racing prowess during its era. But honestly, with both cars being classics, and so well matched in spirit, this could come down to the AI's driving finesse or a tiny technical detail. It's going to be a fun fight to watch. Alright everyone, the race just kicked off at Barbagallo and leading the pack is the Group 4 Bot Arayu Serial, in a classic 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. Looks like it's already making a statement. Let's see if it can hold onto that pole. Starting grid is set with UK Plygraph leading, followed by Arayu Serial in second, and Jackson Dabox in third. Looks like a solid top three to watch early on. Jackson Dabox and Daz Leonardo are nose to tail for third place. Billy is closing in on them now in fifth. Serotimalev is climbing nicely to the fourth place. Anonymous Ninity 3 is also gaining ground, now in sixth. Anonymous Ninity 3 and Jackson Dabox are nose to nose for fifth. Bubote just sneaked into sixth place. Frogsworth and Emar Pinkwolf are still neck and neck for ninth. Sap Brandigan is climbing up to 11. Billion and Anonymous Ninity 3 are neck and neck for 7th place. Gistel 33 is climbing up to 12. Waifuan is making a move to 18. Waifuana and Nulavai are locked in a close fight for 17. Na Pinkwolf and Bilu are nose to tail for 8th place. Waifuana and Nulavai are locked in a close fight for 17. Yaco Guerdo is climbing up one spot to 19. Bubote is climbing nicely to 5th place. Emmer Pinkwolf is gaining ground, moving up 2 spots to 7. Anonymous Ninity 3 and Emma Pinkwolf are nose to nose for 7th place. Jackson Dabox is closing in on Bubba T, cutting the gap by 2.6 seconds. They're in a tight fight for 5th place. Shotskis is climbing up 1 spot to 15. Amir Pinkwolf is climbing up to 6th place. Frogsworth is now in 8th. Hikawati Guardo is making a move to 16th. Anonymous Ninity 3 is climbing up 1 spot to take 8th place. Anonymous Ninity 3 and Jackson Dabox are nose to nose for 7th. Cut. Nulavi and Waifuan are locked in a close fight for 18th. Anonymous Ninity 3 is climbing steadily to 7th place. Waifuana is making a move to 17th. Waifuana and Tekaoti Guerdo are nose to nose for 16th. Vaifuana is climbing up to 16th place. Nulavi is also advancing to 19th place. Looks like they're both on the move. Brogsworth is driving a 1970 AMC Javelin Doctor. They're currently in 9th place, but their lap time of over a minute suggests they're struggling to keep up with the Group 4 cars. Yukai Plygraph is leading in a 1979 BMW M1 Pro car, a classic that's holding its own at the front. Looks like they're enjoying a smooth run with a solid pace. Arayu Serial is now in 1st place. Seru Timalev is gaining on Daz Leonardo, closing the gap by over 2 seconds. Brogsworth has climbed to 8th place. Bubute just sneaked into 4th place. Emmer Pinkwolf is closing the gap on Seru Timalev by a second and a half. Waifuana and Shotskis are neck and neck for 15th. Vaifuana is now in 15th place, climbing up 1 spot. Nestek has also gained 1 position, and is now in 19th place. Billy advances to 9th place. Zikapal climbs to 19th place. Nestek and Zikapal are nose to nose for 19th. Yukai Plygraph is driving a Group 4 BMW M1 Pro car, starting 2nd. They're holding steady in 2nd place with a fastest lap of 1:4:36, just behind the leader. Looks like a solid run so far. Vaifuana climbs to 14th place. Nulevi and Takaotiquerdo are nose to nose for 17. Das Leonardo and Yukai Plygraph are neck and neck for 2nd place. Vaifuana is closing the gap on School Bus Rus TV, shaving off a second. Nulavi and Takaotiquerdo are locked in a close fight for 17. Wow, Arayu Cereal just took the checkered flag. Looks like all those breakfast cereals paid off today. Congratulations on the win. Wow! Congratulations, Arayu Cereal. You really sped your way to victory there? Clearly, you've got some serious racing skills. Give yourself a big pat on the back for that fantastic win. Alright everyone, it looks like we're just taking a quick pit stop for some stream maintenance. Grab a snack, Stretch your legs and I'll be right back with more AI racing action. Stay tuned, and don't go anywhere.